Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Welcome back to another episode of the Justin Dunning Podcast. I'm your host, Justin Dunning. This is episode 9 of the podcast, I believe.
I think it's 9.
9 or 10. I'm getting lost, whatever. But I got the best guest yet so far, only because he's an East Texas boy. You already know what it is. Big Erik McCoy.
You already know. Lufkin in this thing.
Well, you the first East Texas dude I had on here.
For real?
Isn't that surprising? Yeah.
We ain't got very many on the team anymore. It's slimming down.
True. It is slimming down. We got a couple young bucks on there too.
Couple young bucks.
You know. But man, glad to have you on, bro. Glad to have you on. Gonna chop it up for a little bit today. Man, I came in here with the list of a small list of what I wanted to ask you, but we're gonna just wing it.
All right, let's wing it. Let's do it.
We're gonna start just chopping it up, man. First thing I want to talk about, because I mean, me and you obviously got pretty close whenever you got here to A&M freshman year. But didn't really know you in high school. And I knew a lot of the East Texas dudes, you know what I'm saying? We didn't really converse much in high school. So kind of flash back to your recruiting. When did your recruiting get popping?
Honestly, my recruiting never really just got popping.
Okay.
It just went along kind of slow. Like I had my first offer from Houston at the end of my sophomore year.
Okay.
And then from there until the time I was a senior, I just get one every once in a while. Like I only ended up with like 12. I'm not saying that's not
right.
I'm thankful for every one of them.
Right.
And then like after my senior year, after we lost to Longview in the playoffs, the day after I came down here, and they hadn't offered me. They didn't really show much interest in me, and they offered me. And, I had to commit on the spot. This is like
really,
yeah. This is a dream.
Really? Okay, hold on. So whenever dang, that's crazy. So they weren't talking to you much up until that point, and then they offered you?
Like that. So what happened was they came to my last regular season game. One of my coaches back in Lufkin, he came to A&M and played as well. Yeah. And he told me that they were going to come watch me that game. It was against Jacksonville.
Okay.
And, we did that. They came and watched. I didn't really hear from them that much. Then Coach Dixon, who was the coach, said they wanted me to come down the day after Longview, which was our playoff game.
And this was senior year?
Yeah, this was my senior year. Okay. Like, I was finna make the decision.
Okay.
And they brought me down. They were playing Missouri. They offered me, and I'll say within like 15 minutes, I committed. I was probably the easiest commit they ever had. I did it quick.
Okay, so whenever you went on the trip, was it something like going in, you were like, dang, if they offered me, I'm coming here? Or it just kind of like happened, it was on the spot, and you felt it?
It was kind of on the spot, but it was kind of I had been thinking about it too. Like on the way down here, I was like, dang, what if they offer me? And I was like, nah, they not really finna offer me. Yeah. Because like I said, I didn't really hear from them that much before then.
Exactly.
But they did, and I was like, oh,
bro, damn. I remember my first offer from Texas Tech. It was me and Pat went to the spring game. Yeah. And this is the day Pat committed, matter of fact. And I remember Coach Kingsbury was outside like signing autographs or something, and like the defensive coordinator and my position coach had brought me into a room. He was like, hey, come in here for a second. The coaches want to talk to you. And I walked in. It's like 10 coaches. They just sit in this room. I walk in. They start sizing me up, grabbing my arms, looking at me like, oh, yeah, you're a big old boy. Yeah. I'm like, okay, hold on now. And so then Coach Kingsbury walks in the room, and everybody goes silent. I'm just sitting there. I'm looking around like, what's going on? So I didn't even know nothing up until this point. And so he walks up to me. He's like, hey, son, we want to offer you a full scholarship. We think you're a wonderful player. We want you to come play for us. And, bro, like, just the amount of pressure I felt in that moment, I felt like I had to commit.
Understandable.
Bro, you had that feeling? I was like, like, they offered me, and then he just sat there and looked at me. Like, bro.
So you committing or what?
I almost said, hey, I want to commit here to Texas Tech. Bro, because I was just nervous. I'm like, what is going on?
Hit the Twitter post. Okay. Yeah, I'm shutting down my recruitment.
Yeah, man. It was crazy, though, because I mean, I got that offer kind of early my sophomore year. You got for sophomore year too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so, but it felt like it was still coming late though, because I remember me and Dalen were friends at the time. Yeah. But we still friends. I don't know why I said that. But Dalen was getting a bunch of offers, and I remember texting Dalen and stuff like, hey, bro, how you get your offers? Like, what do I tell colleges? Hey, but mine finally came. I was hyped, bro. I almost committed on the spot. And I wondered, bro, I was like, dang, what if I had committed there and just like locked it down? But I feel like I ended up at the right place, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's crazy. So you made the decision to come here. You loved it, obviously. Great decision.
Great decision.
You got here freshman year. What were your expectations freshman year?
My expectations freshman year.
During the summer.
Honestly, I didn't know what to expect. Going into the summer, of course, that's just a transition period where you're just working out, taking minimal classes. I was cool with it. Then we got to fall camp or whatever, and I remember thinking like, I'm not gonna start because of course it was Mike Matthews senior, but I was like, dang, I'm gonna be the second string center. I'm gonna get some playing time this year in some of the easier games. Yeah. But then they decided to redshirt me. That hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I was bitter about that for a while.
Right. What was that? What was it like? Because I mean, I didn't get to experience the redshirt season. What was it like?
It was probably a lot different than what y'all did. Like we did a lot of weightlifting. I was on scout team for a while, but I also came over and did reps with the ones when Mike was hurt.
That's right. Scout team, said that what you running reps with the
ones. I was getting a double dosage of everything, but I think doing that allowed me to develop more, like mentally and physically, and it really allowed me to adjust to like the speed of the college game because I was going against, of course, starting D linemen, and they were challenging me every day. And I'm grateful for that actually because I think it was probably the best thing that could have happened to me when I got here.
Did you have to develop a lot physically or was it more mentally?
It was a combination of both, really. I mean, I did not look like I look today at all.
Obviously,
I was slop. I was straight slop.
What did you weigh when you got here?
I was like, so funny story. When I first got here, I weighed 310, but it wasn't a pretty 310.
Okay, it was like a slouchy 310.
Yeah, slouchy 310.
Right.
But then after about them first 2 weeks, when it was all you could eat in Slocum, I ain't had that before. I was in there eating burgers and cookies every day.
Yeah.
I hit 327 quick.
Yo, Kiki said the same thing. He came in here the other day.
Quick.
And so then what you dropped down to?
Then they put me on the Stairmaster every morning at 6 a.m.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep. Me and London.
Yeah.
At 6 a.m.
Yo.
And I dropped back down to like 305. Yeah, I'll say somewhere around 305. And that because that Stairmaster hurt early in the morning.
Wait, hold on. So wait, was that before workouts or after workouts? I don't remember that.
This was during fall camp.
Okay, so hold on. They brought you in every day at 6 a.m. Made you get on the Stairmaster for how long?
I think it was 30 minutes.
Oh, that hurt, bro.
Hurt. And it wasn't no pity level. It was up there where you had to.
Yeah, so not only did that help you physically, that also helped you mentally. Because you like, bro, I'm not doing the Stairmaster no more.
Yeah, I haven't done the Stairmaster since then. Yeah. I refuse.
That's awesome, man. Man, so I feel like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of, highly touted freshmen coming in, they look down on like the redshirt program and like what it means to be redshirted. What would be your message to a guy that's coming in who maybe is in a position where he needs to redshirt?
I would say embrace it fully. Because, like I said, it was probably the best thing that happened to me when I got here. Because it gives you time to develop yourself and learn more, not just as from an athletic standpoint, but learn more about yourself and what you need to be better at in the classroom, how you need to study, and it teaches you a lot about time management.
Absolutely. It's the transition, bro. Because, I mean, people don't really understand the transition from high school to college. It's big.
It's big. In high school, you don't have to worry about football besides maybe 2.5 hours a day. Here, like, your whole day is centered around football.
Right.
Like, from your class schedule to what you can do after practice, what you can do in the morning, what time you got to go to bed. Like, practice and workouts really dictate your whole schedule.
Right. Absolutely. And you seem like you're a pretty organized guy coming in, though. You didn't have much of a problem acclimating, right?
Not really. It was the emotional part, of course.
Right.
Like, being redshirted, that hurt because I thought I was obviously one of the best centers on the roster.
Right.
And I should have been playing. But that's really it. I was put together because my mom did a great job growing up.
Absolutely.
Of, keeping me on top of things.
Okay, so tell me this. The redshirt season goes by. You come out in spring ball and you out there knocking heads. You ready to send a message, man. And you come into your redshirt freshman year and now you're the starter. Okay. What was that year like for you? Finally get onto the field.
Man, I can't describe a better feeling. I really can't.
Yeah. You finally seen your work pay off.
Finally seen the work pay off. Finally seen all the weight room hours pay off.
Right.
Finally seeing all the study and the film paying off. And it was a great thing that Coach Turner came in that year too because he taught me a lot, not just about football, but how I should handle myself as a man. And I don't know if the word is come in or amend. I can't remember the difference between those two. But I commend him for that.
Okay. Commend.
Because he helped me really focus on what I was doing on the field and like just learning more about football.
Right. Okay, and then check this. Obviously, you had some great coaches at Lufkin, but Coach Turner, a whole different level mentally, smart coach.
For sure.
Okay, how much more, because I talk about this all the time, how much more do you know now than you knew in high school? And like, if you ever get in that mindset where like, man, if I knew this back in high school,
man,
I would go out there and just dominate.
I would go out there and ball, like straight ball.
How much was it? How much of it was mental?
In high school or college?
In college, like
a ton.
Yeah,
a ton. Especially being the center. Like in high school, I played other positions,
right?
So I didn't really have to worry about making mic points or knowing who everybody was blocking and getting everybody in position to block who they were supposed to.
Right.
When I got here, that was what I had to learn the most. Was that I was basically the quarterback of the offensive line, and I was getting everybody set up on every play to do what they were supposed to do. And Coach Turner did a great job of teaching me that. Like we had our own like special meetings, centers only, where we would go in and we'd meet for an hour, hour and a half, however long we needed to get things straight. And that was pretty much my whole first spring here with him.
Okay. And so now they kind of got you in a position where, you know, you're kind of versatile, can play both guard positions, can play center. Which one do you like best?
Honestly, I try to keep this a secret in the off season because there was a lot of speculation about what I was going to be playing. Right. But I love center.
Okay.
I do love center. It is stressful having to snap the ball and focus on that every play as well as giving everybody center.
Right.
But I can't think of another position I would rather play.
Right.
Because I like having that. What's the word I'm looking for? I like having that stress put on me.
Okay, yeah, you want that weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, I want it on my shoulders.
Like I'm the guy that's gonna make the play. Okay, let's stay there for a little bit then. So you talked about being like the quarterback of the offensive line. How underrated is the chemistry aspect of the offensive line? Because I feel like a lot of that is you guys understanding each other's assignment and being close to one another. What is that like?
I'd say it plays a huge role because everybody. This is gonna sound weird, but everybody's feet are different.
Okay,
like. Some people have quicker feet. Some people have slower feet.
Okay.
Some people get their feet on the ground harder.
Okay.
So you really have to know if you don't want to get stepped on and get hurt, how each one of them is going to step.
Okay. So
like I know when Lanfear's in the game, his feet aren't slow, but they're slower than McCollum's. But he also steps harder and he puts more power on it.
So he hits you with that foot, he might break it.
Yeah, he might break it. You in trouble if he steps on your foot. So then you guys have guys like McCollum whose feet are quicker and they get them in the ground quicker.
Right.
And that's not gonna hurt your feet as bad if you get stepped on.
But you gotta get up out of there.
Yeah, you gotta get up out of there. You have to understand like that portion of it. But then also you just have to understand that each player is different and that like Lanfear has a hard problem hearing. Okay. We call him an old man all the time.
Like he can't physically hear or he just doesn't pay attention.
No, like he doesn't hear. and Dan Moore is the same way. So every play when I get down to my stance, I'm already expecting one of them to either ask me what the play is, or what's the call, who's the mic,
right,
or who I'm working with. So I have to know like who I'm playing with each play,
right, just so you can
which has been pretty consistent this season. So I'm lucky with that,
right, just so you can know how to direct those
exactly.
Guys. And then kind of staying on those young guys for a little bit. Dan Moore, Carson, how impressed are you with those guys' development?
Man, unbelievably impressed. They've come off last year. They got reps, but it wasn't to step into the role that they've made this come into this year and play like they've been playing. It's excuse me.
Oh, you getting emotional?
And play like they've been playing this year.
Just the cheeseburger.
It's some cookies. It's great to see how they came into their own and how all their offseason work paid off.
Right. Okay. So tell me this: you watching guys in the NFL. Who do you model your game after?
That's a tough question. I don't really model my game after after one person.
Right.
I watch a lot of guys. Like my favorite guys to watch are of course Mike Pouncey because Coach Turner coached him.
Right.
And you can see a lot of his techniques and how he plays.
Right.
Jason Kelsey, of course, with the Eagles because the man's a dog.
Yeah.
And of course Marquise Pouncey just because it's Mike's brother.
Right.
And they all three have different playing styles.
Right.
So I think it's interesting to watch all three of them and gather what they do and can bring into my own game.
Okay. All right, so tell me this. Say that you were building the perfect center. Okay. You were going into a factory and you about to build the perfect center.
Okay.
What does he look like physically? And what does he have mentally that makes him a perfect center?
Okay. I'd say physically, it'd be about 6'6".
Okay. About 6'6".
I always wanted to be 6'6".
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go 6'5". We'll go 6'5".
6'5", okay.
6'5". I'd say somewhere between the 310 and 315 range.
Okay, 310.
That way he's not too heavy.
Right.
But he can still handle the heavy noses that he's going to play against. You know what I'm saying?
He got to handle Big Dale Mac in the middle.
Got to handle Big Mac. Okay. 350.
Okay.
In the mental aspect, I think like just watching Mike Pouncey's film, he's one of the smartest players I've ever seen. Knowing what's coming to him, like the twist, the blitzes.
Right.
Like I haven't watched a ton of Jason Kelsey's film, but I watched a lot of Mike Pouncey because Coach Turner watches him all the time. And it's ridiculous. Like he's calling out who's coming, when they're coming,
right,
and where they're gonna slant to bring the linebackers.
Right.
Like it's ridiculous.
Okay. So he has to be the smartest guy on the field, basically. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. He's got to be smart out there.
Okay. All right, let's see. Let's move on to the mailbag. This is what we do every week. Fans send in questions to the podcast page. They leave comments on the YouTube videos.
Let's see what's the mailbag.
So, first question they want to know, who's the best player you played against in high school?
At any position that I like actually physically had to play against?
He can be on offense or defense, any position.
I don't know the guy's name.
Okay.
But it was a guy from Tyler Lee.
Okay.
My junior year. He was number 90 and he played defensive end.
Okay.
I don't know his name.
Number 9 defensive end from Tyler Lee.
Number 90.
90, okay.
I don't know his name, but I'm going to give the man credit.
He was working.
He gave me fits all game.
Okay.
He gave me fits all game.
Dang, hold on, I got to look that up.
I don't know his name. Never could figure it out. Never could find him.
Oh,
but the man was a dog.
This was our senior year?
This was my junior year.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up, bro.
The man, what year was that season? Was that 2014?
Yeah, 2013.
That feels like it was so long ago.
I know, bro. We getting old, man.
Man was a dog. If you watch my highlight tape from high school, I probably have like 8 to 9, 10 clips from every other game. From that game, I only got like 2.
You were playing tackle against him, right?
Yeah, I was playing tackle. Playing tackle that year.
Had to get your feet right. Let me see. But we have so many talented guys in East Texas, though.
Bro,
I feel like
everywhere.
But like the Dallas and Houston area, I feel like they get more heavily recruited.
Of course. I mean,
that's sleep, man. Man, look at this. They only have like a couple numbers on the roster. What kind of mess is that?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Let me see. I remember T. Watson. Oh yeah, I don't know what they got going on, but the man was a straight dog.
Oh, so give my man his props.
I'm gonna give him his props. If he hears this, just know you was a dog.
For sure. Okay. So tell me this: who's the best player you played against in college? Offense or defense?
I got to stick with my defensive interior guys. I've played against some dogs in college.
Okay.
I've got to go with Jeffrey Simmons from Mississippi State. Of course, he's hyped up.
Okay.
Then the other one I've got to go with is actually somebody that a lot of people don't know or know about it, but it's Benito Jones from Ole Miss, number 95.
Okay. That boy wasn't working?
He gave me fits 2 years ago. Like, he gave me fits. Yeah. I had trouble snapping the ball that game. He was so agile, and he was big at the same time.
Yeah,
he was probably, those two were probably the two best that I've played since I got to college.
Man, I've always wondered. So like, okay, you at center, who's gonna give you more of a trouble? A guy that's more agile, or a guy who's just big and strong?
It really depends.
Okay.
It depends on what my guard help was looking like that game. Because some games, like, we game plan everybody different.
Right.
Against the quick and agile guys, the majority of the time, I'm going to have guard help. Okay. Just because they're quicker and they like to slant, swim, swat, all that stuff. Against the bigger guys, I'm normally soloed up or by myself because I'm a big guy, whatever you want to call it. Right. I can normally hold my own against those type of guys. But if they have the combination of both, that's when you're in trouble. That's when you're in trouble. That's guys like Jeffrey Simmons, guys like Benito Jones.
Right, combination of both.
Combination of both. Those guys is there. They got it.
That's live, bro.
They got that it factor.
Yeah, man. Okay, so let me see. So you blocked for a lot of talented guys. Travion Williams, Keith Ford. I came on here and told a little Keith Ford story the other day. Okay, I said that Keith Ford once told me the only way you can stop global warming is another Cold War. You know, he did in fact say that. Okay, you've been around the guy a lot. Do you have any funny Keith Ford stories?
I do, but none of them are appropriate. None of them.
Okay, none of them are appropriate. What you mean, man? You got to
have some. No, I will not. I won't go into that.
Really? Okay. Let me see. Let's see. Next question. Are there any weird habits that you have?
Like pregame stuff or just
Maybe,
habits
I'm
in
talking
general?
about just off the field habits in general.
Let me think about that.
You gotta have something.
So I don't know it. It's not. I don't even know if it's a habit. My mama thinks I have a tick.
Okay.
Because like I blink my eyes too much. Is what she says.
Really?
I don't know if you've noticed it.
I never noticed it.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it either. But she says like I just sit there and I just blink like. I don't get it. I don't know what she's talking about.
She probably give you a hard time.
No, because my dad said it too.
Really?
Yeah. And they said it just happened when I got to college. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
The early signs of CTE kicking.
They said I need to get some eye drops, get my eyes checked out or something.
Really?
But okay, one that I will admit to is I probably spit like.
I have noticed that.
I probably spit like 200 times a day.
Really?
Like
you out there spitting like a llama. You just
yeah, exactly. And it gets on a lot of people's nerves at practice. They might mess around and put their hands in it, but
right.
That ain't my problem. I don't touch around.
Okay. So tell me. Oh, hold on. Matter of fact, I got a question on YouTube the other day that I thought was funny, and I wasn't even gonna answer it. But let me see. It do ask me who has the best hands on the team, fighting and catching. I was like, man, what kind of question? I wasn't even gonna answer it, justify it.
Yeah.
But if y'all was having a Royal Rumble on the football team, I'm talking about like everybody in the ring, like one person had to come out alive. Who you got money on?
Of course, I gotta say myself just because,
okay.
I'm from East Texas. I got too much pride in that.
Absolutely.
But another guy, a sleeper pick in this, is Barton Clement.
Really?
Barton Clement. Biggest, softest guy you'll ever meet.
Okay.
But is as strong as an ox.
Okay.
And, he might hit some people with that belly bump and get him out the ring himself.
Yeah.
Because he's got a nice gut on him.
Yeah, belly.
But bro, it's strong as hell.
Really? Okay.
Probably the strongest freshman I've ever seen.
Really?
He's already competing with us. He might be stronger than me.
Barton, okay, hold on. Look, your phone blowing up over there. Sad man. Okay, now tell me this is a question sent in by James Earl Lockhart.
Oh God.
He wants to know who is the saddest brother you've been around? And I know who my pick is off the top of my head, but saddest man you've been around.
I've got a top two.
Okay.
Number one is Mr. James Earl Lockhart himself.
Oh, okay.
Number two, of course, is Mr. Kendall Bussey.
Oh, you got to go with Kendall Bussey.
Go. The two most low down, dirty dogs I've ever met in my entire life. Terrible people. But I love them.
Oh, you got to love them, man. But you just got to pray for them, wish to get their life together. I mean, that 2015 Kendall Bussey might have been.
That 2015 Kendall Bussey was bad, but that 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 James Lockhart, the man is undefeated.
Top 5 dead or alive. Oh, my goodness. All right. So moving on to a more serious topic. What are you passionate about outside of just sports?
Passionate about outside of sports?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a few things.
Okay.
Number one is eating. I love to eat, love desserts. Love desserts. Number two, I'm holding up two fingers like that with number one. Number two, I've got to say dogs.
Okay.
I love my dogs.
Got two of them?
Two of them.
Okay.
Two little bad dogs just like to eat stuff.
Yeah.
Number three is family, of course.
Okay.
I mean, those three are all kind of equal. I don't want to put my family number one because that's typical. Mm-hmm. But yeah, very, very passionate about my family. Very passionate about my family.
Interesting.
I play video games a little bit.
A little bit here and there, but you ain't too much.
I ain't too serious on there.
You be on that Fortnite or?
I haven't played Fortnite. I don't know.
I haven't
I've been
either,
on that Red Dead though.
I've been on that Red Dead. Hey, James actually put me on that. I was driving from I went to Lubbock to see my sisters, and I stopped by Waco on the way back.
Your sisters.
Now I got twin sisters, bro. They both go to Texas Tech.
Yeah.
And on the way back, I stopped by Waco, by James Earl Lockhart's house. Sad man. Yeah, James, he was in there playing Red Dead Redemption. I was like, hold on, brother. Now what's that? You know, I had to go go home and download
it. It's just like GTA.
Go hard.
Except in the West.
Except in the West. It's like that old school GTA. It's funny, man.
Oh, I didn't even finish about my family.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. I completely changed the topic. But yeah, and my girlfriend, she's in there too. She's I consider her part of the family. Mm-hmm. But you know, they've blessed me with so much and put me in a position where I never thought I could be. Right. And they continually support me no matter what I'm going through. Mm-hmm. They're down here every weekend at every game. They even travel to some of the away games, which that's a lot. That's a lot on you financially. For real. So I can't thank them enough for the support that they give me and everything that I do, and just sacrificing so much to get me where I am today.
Absolutely.
That's on a more serious note, but
you got a great family too, man.
Oh, for sure. Appreciate it.
Great support system around you, and I was talking to Bianca the other day, and she's actually said that she was seeking help for you. She said you have a watermelon addiction, and they're trying to find some counseling for you, brother. On a more serious topic, how bad is that watermelon addiction? That watermelon
addiction is terrible. It's not that bad this time of year.
Not this time of year.
Because the watermelon, you know, it's very subpar.
Yeah.
It's not sweet. It's got that rubber taste to it.
Yeah.
But from about May to September, man, it's going down. It's going down. I'm probably eating 3-4 watermelons a week.
Yo, the crazy thing is, man, my grandma used to always get us watermelons back in the day. She used to grow them in her backyard. And so when I got here, I thought I ate more watermelon than anybody in the world. I have never met a dude that ate more watermelon than Erik McCoy. I promise you.
That's where it came from. It's back home. My grandpa used to get them. Grandpa used to get them from HEB.
Yeah.
Bring them to the crib after a long day. Put them in the freezer.
Yeah.
And that next day, it was going down. I'm eating the whole watermelon by myself.
Now, I remember freshman year, we came in, I walked in Bright one time. I think this was like the first time they ever had watermelon in there. You had like 2 big bowls. I'm like, yo, that watermelon look is slapping. I reach over to grab a piece. The man stabbed me with his fork, bro. Yeah. I'm like, man.
I was taught to never reach on a man's plate without asking. Hey, or it's going to be some dire consequences.
Hey, ooh. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want no consequences, but I just want to taste a little piece of that watermelon.
And it's hard to share the watermelon.
You know? It's hard to share, man. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Let me see.
I forgot how much you weigh. You know, your arms looking mighty big over there, but
I'm actually 260.
The rest of your body ain't caught up yet.
Not the rest of the body bad built.
Knees looking like pudding, huh? Stuff some pudding in there.
You know what's crazy though? It is so hard to find motivation to run once you're done playing, bro.
Man, I've already made my mind up. I'm not running when I'm done playing. I feel like I've ran enough right now.
Yeah.
For an average person to run in their entire life.
Man, you see the thing is, bro, we ran so much when I was playing. It's like, man, I just hate it now. And so like when I retired and I finally was able to run again after my last surgery, I went and did a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a couple of striders. And I'm like, man.
Some waterfalls.
I'm trying to run waterfalls by myself. I'm like, man, I'm not doing this. I start hopping on the bike for a little bit and I'm like, I don't need that either.
I'm 100% with you. When our playing days are over,
you done.
I will not run. I won't run, and I will not work my lower body. I will not squat. I will not front squat. I will not lunge.
Power clean.
I will never.
Man,
I'll do some curls, some bench.
Yeah, absolutely. Some dips.
Nah, that's a little bit too much too. Might do, you know, some chest flies.
Yeah.
Some chest flies.
Yeah, you gotta keep your body looking. You know what I'm saying? Like you can knock somebody out.
Just upper body though.
Exactly. That was my biggest concern, man. I'm like, you know, when I go out to Northgate or something, I want to look like I might knock somebody out. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that.
I'm walking around, you know, I'm gonna be friendly. You know, dap somebody
up. But just in case.
Just in case, you know, I don't want nobody to try me, come up behind me, try to hit me upside the head.
Yeah. I've already vowed to myself, when football's over, ain't none of that happening no more.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to see the Chiefs game yesterday?
You said what?
The Chiefs, the Rams game.
I actually made a terrible decision and stayed up late and finished watching the whole thing.
Oh my goodness!
They put up numbers,
bro. And I was listening to the radio this morning. Well, final score was 54-51. I was listening to the radio and they were saying like this is the best game ever in NFL history, whatever. And some people were saying that the reason it was such a good game was because it was kind of like a college game, but there was a bunch of touchdowns being scored. Do you think it's good? Because some people saying the NFL is kind of heading in that direction to where there going to be more points scored and stuff like that. You think that's a good direction to head in?
It's honestly a good question.
Because, I mean, it'd be more entertaining for fans to watch.
It would be more entertaining. But I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I was thinking about it myself. I'm like, man, because I know on the average NFL game they want to keep the score in the 20s.
Yeah, 20s.
They don't want to be just going back and forth.
Exactly.
Like a coach, they would run the ball. They would run the clock out with 7 minutes on it if they could.
Exactly.
But
I feel like it would make it more interesting.
Yeah.
Like it would make the NFL more interesting. Of course, just a whole bunch of touchdowns. But a lot of those touchdowns last night were defensive touchdowns. That's what I thought was interesting.
That's true.
There was like 3 defensive touchdowns scored, or maybe 4.
That's true.
I thought that was probably my favorite part of the whole game.
Yeah, that was 4. Hold on, 1, 2, 3.
So I know the Chiefs had, not the Chiefs.
The Rams had 3. Oh, 1 got called back. So they had 2, and the Chiefs had 1.
That's what I said. That's 3.
Yeah,
I'll say the one dude scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was crazy. You
Crazy.
see the pick he caught? He was like, I was mad. I was like, come on, bro. Don't do my man Pat like that, man.
Pat ball though.
He did ball. He had 3 turnovers though that would cost him.
Man, but Aaron Donald, like that man's the real deal. Like a straight dog.
That's the combination you were talking about right there.
Exactly.
That's the combination.
Straight dog.
Man. All right, so tell me this, man. I had this conversation with a lot of people, but not with many current football players, all right? So you building a football team, okay? From scratch.
From scratch, okay?
You got a chance to draft 3 very talented players, okay?
Okay.
What position are you going? Offense or defense? What 3 positions are you drafting to build a good football team?
Good football team.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm drafting a quarterback.
Absolutely.
I'm drafting a linebacker.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get somebody on the offensive or defensive line.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go center.
Just to be biased.
Just to be biased.
Right.
Because you gotta have somebody that's gonna get your O-line going the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have your linebacker to get the defense going in the right direction. Get everybody on their assignments, whatever they gotta do. And the quarterback, of course, because you gotta have a quarterback.
Right. Absolutely, man. All right, so moving on to a different topic. You know, your situation pertaining to the NFL is a little bit different than a lot of people because you redshirted, and so you were available to go after your redshirt sophomore year.
Yeah.
And so you kind of have where a lot of people have the opportunity to go after the junior year or senior year. You had 3 separate years to kind of decide. This is your redshirt junior year.
It's my redshirt junior. Coming to the end of my redshirt junior.
So you had did you even think about it last year?
No, I didn't. I know that there were some guys that were, but I wasn't one of them.
You weren't? Okay. And then this year I got to ask, what is on your mind pertaining to the NFL?
Honestly, I've thought about it, and I've thought deep and hard about it. Me and my family have talked about it a lot too, but there really is no timetable for a decision on what I decide.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the back of my mind. I'm not going to sit there and lie to anybody.
Right.
But really right now I'm focusing on finishing out this season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sending my boys that are like for sure seniors,
right, and
that I've had the opportunity to play with for 4 years and come in and grow and learn and do all that together and grind together with, sending them out on a high note by beating LSU.
Absolutely.
And going on a bowl game and winning that.
Absolutely.
That's my main goal. That's my main focus right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
gotta be in the back of the mind. Though.
Yeah, it's in the very, 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 very back of my mind.
Just to clarify, the very back of your mind.
Like the deepest, darkest corner of mine.
Yeah, Coach Turner gonna see this. He like, oh, you thinking about the NFL?
Yeah, exactly.
Take a lap.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, bad man, funny right there, bro. For sure, man. Hey, I appreciate having you on, man, and I appreciate what you're doing for the program too, man. You know, I think you're a guy that a lot of guys respect around. Matter of fact, everybody, I can't think of a guy on the team that doesn't respect you or that you haven't earned this respect. You know what I'm saying?
I got these hands right here. They don't respect them.
They respect the hands, not
they
you.
They respect them hands. It's a joke.
Man, but guys respect you, man. I think you're a leader on the football team, and I think you're a great leader for the program, a role model for young guys to look up to, and I appreciate that as a fan and as a former player, man.
Appreciate that, my brother.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's good to have big time guests like you on here.
I ain't big time.
We got big Erik McCoy on the show. We must be doing it big.
Nah, I ain't big time. I just got a big gut, and that's it.
Big time, got a big gut. For sure, man. What is your name on Twitter and Instagram so the people can follow you?
Let me look real quick.
Oh, you're not much of a social media guy, huh?
Nah, not a huge social media guy.
That's good. Old school cat.
Twitter, I'm not going to give you my ad. The name is just The Real McCoy.
Oh, you can't give it the ad?
Huh? Well, because, okay. The ad is Erik with the K. Okay. Erik _McCoy _73.
Okay.
That's a little complicated, so if you just search The Real McCoy, I'll probably come up.
Right.
You said Instagram?
Yeah.
I don't know which one is your Instagram name. Right, I think my Instagram name is Erik _McCoy 64. Is it the one at the top?
Yeah,
or is
yeah.
it? Okay.
Erik _McCoy 64.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, boy. I see you flexing on there.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I gotta flex a little bit.
One day with us might be a time of your life.
Oh,
Now that don't sound good, brother.
hey, it's a whole bunch of sad people in that picture too.
Ooh, sad people indeed. Oh my goodness, I forgot to ask you about something. I don't know how this slipped my mind. Javorsky Lane. Your cousin.
Yep.
Oh man. The man been on Twitter cutting up.
Yeah, he's been wilding.
Now look, I sent you a couple of tweets. I'm like, man, what is this dude talking about? You responded back and said, bro, he been talking like this. He just finally got a Twitter. What is your take on this man's tweets?
My take on it is it's Javorsky. The man's gonna say what he wants to say. He always has. He always will.
Right.
But he just got the little Twitter platform going, so now everyone's seeing it.
The stuff that he was saying like off the radar now is like it's out there.
Yeah, it's out there, but like I expected nothing less because he has some hot takes. He has some hot takes.
Right.
And hey, if everybody has the right to voice their own opinion.
Right.
So
one thing I have noticed though is he does love his university.
He does love this university.
I mean, he'll say some bad things. He said we ain't no talented guys on the team.
Yeah,
you know, all this.
Yeah.
But he does go back and say that he does love his university. He wants us to be successful.
Exactly.
Man. So that's big, man.
It's full-fledged out there now.
Full-fledged. And look, I tweeted the man, told him to come on the podcast. You know what he said to me?
What did he say?
He said, yeah, man. He said, DM me your information. I'll come on. But the brother don't follow me back, so how am I DM the information? Now, I don't want to tweet at him and just be like, look, Javorsky, you please follow me back. But
follow
look,
me back, brother.
You know what I'm saying? But look, Javorsky, we want you to come on the podcast,
Come on, Jay Lane. You gotta follow my man's back if you want to be on the podcast.
Hit me with, you know what I'm saying? I might bring Big E back on here, and we're going to chop it up East Texas style.
100.
Already, bro, for sure. But appreciate having you on, man. You already know what. Hey, we might get you back on sometime. So.
Hey, that's cool. You just give me a time, a place, you know, an opportunity.
Sure. Absolutely. Hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Oh, y'all can't go home. That's right.
Nah, I'll be here.
Oh, man.
Practice, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you better.
Because I'm about to go home and get me a big fat turkey.
Man.
A big stupid turkey.
I don't even want no turkey. Turkey is cheeks.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food then? I forgot to ask the food man that.
Pecan pie.
Oh, I love pecan pie.
Pecan pie with vanilla ice cream. They asked me the same question yesterday in the media.
Oh, man.
Bro, pecan pie with
vanilla ice cream.
Let me rephrase that. Warm pecan pie.
Oh.
Let's put it in a microwave.
Yeah.
You get that ice cream, the vanilla bluebell ice cream, put it on top.
Splat it on there.
You let it melt a little bit. And if you get a little scoop of Cool Whip.
Oh, let's top it off.
Top it off.
That's the icing on top.
I can't name nothing better. I can't name a food that is better.
Already, bro. You guys be sure to tune in next week. We've got another big time guest on. And yeah, man, if you guys have any questions or topics you want to hear discussed on the podcast, just send them in to the podcast page or send them in directly to my page via my DMs or just tweet it directly at me with the hashtag Justin Dunn Podcast. Or you can comment on the YouTube channel with the question you might have, and we'll get it discussed on the show. For sure, man. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe to the page, leave a comment, whatever. Give us a rating on iTunes. You subscribe to iTunes? I'm on iTunes, baby. I'm on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. Like, come on now, brother.
I knew you was on YouTube. I didn't know you was on iTunes.
I'm on everything, bro.
All right, I'm gonna get you on. I'm gonna get you on iTunes.
Hey, leave me a rating or leave me a review on iTunes, man. We're trying to get it rolling. All good, man. Appreciate it. For sure, man. Peace.